Hey fam, welcome back. Hopefully you're doing good and having a great day. And if you're not, please let me know what I can do to help you. Until then, I've got a video from Moist Critical himself. Made a video quite a while ago, about a year ago. So I'm a little bit late to the party, but I saw this and I had to absolutely sit down and make a video about it because there's a lot that I have to say on it. So let's get into it.
You're not going to believe this until I show you the proof, but the situation with Brandon, the guy who spent $62,000 on Ruby Rose's OnlyFans, actually gets so much worse and more sad and honestly just downright scary for Ruby Rose. I imagine she's considering getting like a really strong team of bodyguards, like trying to hire the fucking Justice League to protect her because Brandon is unhinged now. And in the last video I made about this, he had met her in person, and Ruby Rose chalked it up to being like, oh, what a coincidence. I bumped into my number one spender on OnlyFans. Meanwhile, I'm quite sure Brandon cold calculated, tracked her down in order to just spontaneously run into her. So he's already showcased that he will find her in the real world if given the.
Dude, here we are talking about OnlyFans yet again. Look, just like a year ago, people are spending so much money that could be used to be put to better things. It it baffles me how far men in particular have fallen. And I hate that I have to keep having this conversation, but it seems as though a good portion of men are not ready to have this conversation. It is the men who are going on OnlyFans and paying for it. Women will always do what men allow them to do. That is the way life has always worked, and that's the way that life will continue to work. And right now, men are allowing women to do just about goddamn everything. That's why all of these women hop on OnlyFans, and that's exactly why so many men, typically lonely men, a good portion are single, and a good portion are married. And listen, are if you are paying another woman to give you attention that the woman at home you are married to is not giving you, that is some absolute cuck shit. That's some loser shit. Understandable. You get married and you're already in a bad position. That's why I tell you, don't get fucking married. Don't get married because we already know that a good portion of women out there, typically most of them, are going to bait and switch. Because as soon as they get the ring, everything turns off. The bedroom dries up. The attentiveness dries up. And soon after that, the attention dries up. And that's why a lot of these men go on to OnlyFans to buy this shit. Dude, if we want to change this society, the men have to set the example. We have to set boundaries. We have to set rules. Why? Because we have always been the one to do that. Women have never, ever been the ones who have established and enforced rules. Never. Because women have always relied on men. And I'm talking about strong, capable, confident men. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about just men in general, because not every male is a man. Not every female is a woman. And so, look, if we're going to shit on women, we're also going to shit on men, because the OnlyFans situation is both a men and a women problem. Men are paying for it, and women are commodifying their bodies. Each are devolving into any other animal without thought. Let me break things down for you guys. Make it super simple. Men must be protector and provider and are respected in that manner. Women must be compliant and submissive. Doesn't mean they're a doormat, and I hate that I have to fucking say that every single goddamn time I break things down like this, but that's the thing. And so that is the only way that things work, because women, even though they say they want to step into a leadership role, they don't want to be in a leadership role. Because when they realize how hard it is, they then buckle under the fucking pressure. And whether you believe that we were designed that way or not, nature will always show us what works and what doesn't work. And so by giving your money that you earned away for free, this is some absolute loser shit. I think we can all agree, right? Because when we first heard of this, we were like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, it turns everyone off, but women the most, because women have such an image of men. Well, the women who understand the importance of men and the value that they bring into their lives, they see a certain image, and anything outside of that, they don't respect at all. At all. If a woman does not see you as a man, she's not going to respect you. Same thing if we see, a bunch of whores running around, you know? We're not going to respect that, because what we're going to do is we're going to treat them as a girl for the night instead of a girl for life. It's the same thing for women. If he can't provide and protect, he's either going to be a guy for the night or he's going to be a wallet. Either one. And so women will always do what men allow them to until men change first and we stop buying into OnlyFans. We stop simping for our women and we start holding them accountable regardless of how they react and actually implement consequences for them. Nothing will change. Women respond to order, and it's our responsibility, our job to implement that order.
Opportunity, I believe. And after what Ruby Rose posted today, if that happens again, I feel like there's no telling what he might do in the mental state that he appears to be in. It's fucking frightening. Let's just get into it. So Ruby Rose dropped this banger on Twitter today, "Tat my face on you so I know it's real." And it's a video of text messages between Brandon and her, and that's really not an accurate description because she does not engage in these text messages. It's just Brandon talking at her endlessly. And then another video of the tattoo Brandon got of Ruby Rose's face on his body. Now let's take a peek at the sacred texts here. Let's look at the documents. So right away, Brandon's name is saved in her phone as Brandon Weird OnlyFans Fan. And I think that is just...
You see that right there? I told you. These guys are not respected. These guys are not fucking respected. Not respected at all. And it, like I said, it can be something as slight as just even subscribing. I mean, I wouldn't even consider that slight, but it could be. We can say that compared to this, it could be something as slight as even subscribing to an OnlyFans. You're not respected at all. And so you will be known as the weird OnlyFans fan. So it's either you can go and hit the gym, you can get fit, you can stay fit, you can learn to make money for yourself, you can learn all kinds of different skills to build yourself up to become the best version of yourself for yourself, and then have a woman as a benefit to all of your hard work that you did for yourself. And it's either you can play the game over here and enjoy the massive headache that it's going to take to find a decent woman out here in the West, or you can go to other places, other traditional places that more traditional women are easier to find, and you're not going to have as much of a headache. But those are pretty much your options. And until things get fixed here, it's only going to continue to get worse.
Saved in her phone as Brandon Weird OnlyFans Fan. And I think that is just beautiful. Dude has dumped $62,000 in a month on Ruby Rose's OnlyFans content, only to be known by his queen as the Weird OnlyFans guy. I think that is such a powerful lesson many people need to learn. And it's one that extends beyond OnlyFans. This extends to like streaming too. There are a lot of people that believe if they're donating money to someone, they're entitled to some kind of relationship with the recipient of their cash. Whether it's friendship or in this case, fucking marriage, lifelong soulmates. That's just not the reality of the situation. Now let's start reading the texts, and it's in...
I agree with, I'm just going to call him Moist. Hey, man, I'm just going to call you Moist. So if you're watching this video, I do agree with Moist here to a certain extent. Because this isn't just a sender receiver kind of issue. This is a psychological men women issue. Instinctively, men give resources, women receive resources, both have children. And so he gave resources She took the resources. He's expecting to have children. This is the problem when it's become monetized, especially as selling as sex is, because we all know that sex always sells. Always. When you have a huge population of men who have been mistreated simply because they believed in what they were conditioned to believe, and then you also have women that believe in the way that they were conditioned, you then begin to have massive problems where men are spending massive amounts of money, but also putting people in danger, endangering themselves and endangering others. And you also have women that are endangering themselves as well because they're going and they're exposing themselves. They are not just destroying their future, they're destroying their well being by potentially being surrounded by people like this, because it's both men and women that have mental problems as well. Because it can be man or woman that has mental problems, obviously, but in this case, this guy, right? And Ruby Rose, she put herself in a bad situation by, again, exposing herself to these kinds of people, these kinds of men in particular. Oh, dude, this isn't a win-win. This is not a win-win. This is this is incentivizing degeneracy. What this teaches young women is that if they want to avoid working a regular job, and if they want to make quick and easy cash, resources, if they want to gather resources and gather them quickly for themselves, they can then commodify themselves online. And for men, if they want attention because they've been so attention starved, they can then pay out the hard earned money and then give it away for free. And they believe they're getting attention from these OnlyFans, but more than likely they're just texting a moderator, and that's more than likely a dude. This eventually destroys society. This right here. It's the rat experiment on a massive scale. And this is what happens when people are starved of attention, people are starved of affection, people aren't raised properly. And this is what happens.
Important to keep in mind that all of these happen over the course of about 48 hours. So really let that marinate in your noodle up there, because it is crazy how deranged this gets. So he starts by saying, "What are you doing tonight?" And then when he doesn't get a response in a timely enough fashion, he then comes around the next day saying, "I would give you anything you could ever wish for. We can even have a one-sided, open-ended relationship where you can do whatever you want, as long as I know that at the end of the day, you come home to me and are only with me. I promise. I will treat you I will treat you better than anyone, Ruby. I love you with all of my heart. I've never felt this way about anyone. I want to marry you. I want to have a family with you. I want to only be with you. I would quit everything and give up everything just for you. I will do anything for you to love me. I will give you everything I have just for the chance that you never leave me. I want you to be with me forever."
Dude, no one finds this attractive. Women, especially, do not find men attractive who give up everything for them. And this is why this needs to be fixed. We have believed for so long and conditioned to prop women up on a pedestal. Valentine's Day, wedding anniversaries, wedding ceremonies, right? It's all about the bride. And it's almost never about both the bride and the groom. Everyone's always taking pictures of the bride, how beautiful she is in the gown. And no one's taking pictures of the groom and how sharp he looks in his suit. And after everything's done with the bride pictures, they then come together for a few more pictures after that together, which is what was supposed to be anyways. Neither should be taking photos apart because, again, you're coming together to be a team, a unit, a family. So on this day, you should be taking photos together. There's time to take photos by yourself, and that's completely okay. But Jesus fucking Christ, is this society so fucking broken and we don't understand that?
In my eyes, I've never seen or known something that I am so sure will be perfect. I can imagine waking up every day and looking over at you asleep on the bed looking perfect while you sleep, and I run my hands through your hair, or my getting you the largest diamond ring that I can find so that it's on the hand of a true queen. I will buy you whatever car, boat, or jet you want. It's making my fucking
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
skin crawl reading this. This makes me get butterflies in my stomach. Oh, it's making my fucking skin crawl reading this. This is like the most alarming text message I think I've ever fucking read. Without it just being like an overt threat, this is like the closest thing I've seen to just downright declaration of cringe, like frightening obsession. Like, good God. So it seems like Ruby Rose reluctantly gave Brandon her number when he somehow just
Why would you do that? Why would you do that in the first place?
magically bumped into her the other day. And this is how things are going. Clearly, these feelings aren't reciprocated because Ruby doesn't even know him and he doesn't know her. He has an unhealthy obsession with her, and he's imagined this fantasy world of them getting married, and all he can think about is her. The obsession is very scary. As I mentioned in the last video, Brandon is a porn addict. He was on an entire TV show dedicated to his porn addiction. And it's clear he is still addicted to porn. And now he is obsessed with her. He actually has a mental illness that needs professional help, clearly. And this is just terrifying. Please tell me you're just very busy and not seeing my texts right now, princess. Please? I cherished every second I was with you. I adore you. You are the reason I wake up every morning. I have no purpose without you. You are my rock. Ruby? Ruby, stop ignoring me! Why are you ignoring me after all the money that I've given you to show you that I'm only loyal to you and how much I love and appreciate and adore you? How dare you not answer me? I see you actively posting on your Instagram story and you have not answered me once. You are making me very mad. I have treated you like a princess and you won't even take the time to respond to me. I will not tolerate this. So he's going full mask off here into his Batman supervillain origin story, and I can already just see him slamming his fist into his desk at the last part of that message. I will not tolerate this any longer. Notice how all of this is taking place over the course of hours, like a handful of hours. It's all one day to lead to this, spiraling into the deepest pits of hell with this fury that not even
There's
Lucifer
more?
could conjure, all because rock. I know I'm a stranger to you, but you are actually the only angel in my life. That you are the sun that shines for me. And I'm looking at the sun and it's not burning my eyes. It's opening them. Luckily, Jekyll comes back out and he puts Mr. Hyde away, and, he's very apologetic for his outburst. It was highly unprofessional and ridiculous, actually. Which, again, this is not uncharacteristic of someone with an obsession. These violent mood swings and all of this anger, obsessions are a horrible thing. And this is clearly...
This reminds me of another video that I saw from Moist. There was this chick who matched with a guy, I think on Hinge, and he said that things just wasn't working out, and dude, she went off the deep end. My guy doing the same shit. This goes to show how prevalent our mental health issues are here in America specifically. Holy fuck. Our mental health crisis is a problem. It's a massive, massive problem. What's really fucked, and you guys should think about this. What's really fucked is that the society has been designed in a way to keep us depressed so that we keep going to therapists, spending money. So obviously therapy isn't working. What needs to happen now is more talks like this should really be happening a lot more. Bring people to fucking reality. The more people that accept reality and move on from their red pill rage or their black pill rage or their Chad pill rage, then we can truly begin to fix what's going on. Think about it.
An obsession. So, he says, I am sorry for getting mad at you. I did not mean to. I shouldn't have, but the love I have for you causes me to get very emotional, especially about you. I love you, dedicated to it. So I really do think this is all genuine here, and that is very alarming. But for just a moment, let's go ahead and play with the idea that this is all fake. What would be the purpose? I suppose if this is all like a coordinated effort between Ruby Rose and Brandon, it could be used to try and drive traffic to Ruby Rose's OnlyFans, perhaps. But I still think that's a bit unrealistic because I don't think anyone would ever agree to play this role. And I don't necessarily see this leading to a lot of new OnlyFans signups because if anything, it highlights the danger of it to a certain extent. So I don't think it'd be a successful marketing direction of another girl. I want to marry you, and then he sends another 30,000. I even spent 30,000 more on you since we met because I thought we had something genuine and real. Like, it's so crazy. What do you mean? If it's
Dude.
genuine and real, you wouldn't have spent $92,000 on it.
Jesus fucking almost. Dude, guys, look. The price of a brand new F-150. The price of an actual trailer home. This guy dropped on a fucking prostitute over $90,000. Dude, that is so fucking unreal, dude. What the fuck?
It would have been free. It would have been a real, genuine experience.
All right, that's all I'm gonna watch of that there. Let's read some of the comments. The situation is legit scary, but more than Bitcoin. Yeah, that one was actually kind of funny. Dude wrote it. I have a dream speech. You guys are some trolls, man. I'm glad she posted this on the internet so we all have irrefutable evidence of something were to happen. Well, she wouldn't have to worry about this if she didn't have a fucking OnlyFans. Fathers, please, please protect your daughters at all costs, man. Protect your daughters. And protect them from themselves. Protect them from themselves. Do not let them make a decision like this. If they do, you better disown them. I've invested so much money into our relationship. Jesus Christ, this is straight up scarier than half of the horror movies I've seen this century. Yeah, that's pretty fucking scary, bro. Not gonna lie. That's why I always carry. Always. I always keep my Glock around me. And this is also why I tell women, especially women, you need to carry a gun. Mace isn't always gonna work. Tasers, especially, aren't always gonna work. Take it from someone who's been military law enforcement. I've used mace. I've used tasers. Not as effective as a firearm. Obviously, understand when you should use a firearm, right? Understand your use of force. But it's going to be more effective than the less than lethals, which are your mace and your taser. She should use the money he gave her to file a restraining order and get some protection. This shit is genuinely scary. Yeah. It is. It is. You know, and I've already talked enough about not putting yourself in this position by joining OnlyFans. But listen, if you're putting yourself online, you really have to be careful, anyways, because even if you're communicating with these people or not, there is still a threat there, right? Because people can do all kinds of crazy shit online. So you gotta be careful, man. Not everyone is sound up here. All right, we will read one more. Oh, here we go. We'll end it on a funny note. Bro bought $60,000 worth of OnlyFans, but sold his dignity for free. He did. He absolutely did. He absolutely did. What the fuck? Yeah. But that's what happens when you buy any OnlyFans at all. You sell your own dignity. Men, don't go to OnlyFans. Women, don't get on OnlyFans. Help me change the society for the better, man. I need everyone that we can get. It was all fake. It was all fake.
We've all been duped, bamboozled.
Even if this is all fake, and I'm not exactly sure if it was or not, this still happens. You understand, this still happens. And so what I do say here in this video is still valid. If this video helped you out, guys, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that, and I would love to have you guys join the family as well. We're trying to change this society for the better because it needs to be fixed. And I would love to have you guys join me in the fight to change it. If you guys need me for anything, please reach out. I'm always here. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Take care of each other, both mind and body. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your love and support. I wish you all a lovely day. I'll talk to you guys soon.